to you, my dear family and friends. I hope everything is okay with you and you're having a good day. Yes, my day is going well, and I am delighted to return with our positive word for today. Day 190. God has been awesome and has kept us going since this began, and we hope to continue for as long as He gives us life and strength. Our subject today is be humble. To be humble is the subject. I will read a few verses of scripture and then we will go on to talk a bit about this subject. James chapter 4 verse 6 says, "Humble yourself under God's mighty hand, that He will exalt you in due time." Another verse in First Peter chapter 5 verse 5 says, "Clothe with yourself with humility, for God resists the proud, but He gives grace to the humble." James chapter 4 verse 10 also says, "Humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, that He will lift you up." God has spoken a lot about being humble, about humility. Jesus is our role model where humility is concerned. He had the power, the ability to conjure and do anything, to have the best while He was here on earth. But He was so humble. He lived the simplest life as our example. I'm not saying it's evil. It's not good to have the good things of life. That's not what I'm saying. Excuse me, I'm not sure what's going on with my voice. However, we live in a day and time where everybody wants to be seen and described or present themselves as more than they actually are. People just want to receive accolades. They just want to show off. Put themselves on a pedestal that they actually do not belong. God says, humble yourself. Be humble. Only God can exalt you. If we try to exalt ourselves, we fail eventually. So why not leave it to the one who knows how and when to give you the platform that you so rightly deserve? The number one person in my life who was the perfect role model after Jesus was my dad. My father lived the most humble life any human being could ever live. He had access to wealth. He had the ability to cheat, to do various fraudulent things in his company where he worked for a long time, for decades. And those would have made him very wealthy. He would have owned properties and lands and all sorts of exotic items after he must have swindled himself to get the money. But my father remained honest. His honesty is a legacy that he left with us, his children. And today, both my nephews and nieces, grandchildren, we're all reaping the rewards of the life, the honest, transparent, humble life that my father lived. Humility pays. There's no point bringing yourself as what you're not, because eventually the truth will come out. You don't want to be humiliated. So there are two words that would go hand in hand. Humble yourself or you be humiliated. God is the one who exalts. Let us not attempt to exalt ourselves. If anything, let Jesus be the one who is exalted, who is lifted, who is displayed wherever we go, irrespective of our wealth. Yes, people are wealthy and they live comfortably. That's fine. But be humble. There is a reason why that word is in the Bible and God has used it repeatedly in His word. for us to be humble, because that is one of the gifts, fruits of the Spirit, to be humble. I hope and pray that more people would desire and actually walk in humility and be the example that the world needs to change. Thank you for your time today. I leave you with God's protection, peace, love, and joy. Until I come your way again, it's goodbye for now.